Today we will be learning pivots, how to be more comfortable, how to do them, the whole nine. If you don't know how to pivot, I got a bunch of videos teach you exactly how you should pivot, whether you've never did a pivot before and you want to get to that serious level where you can just pivot on a whim. I got a bunch of videos in our classroom where I take you and I build you from scratch. We learn first without our skates. We do our single foot crab walks like this without our skates, and then we do our 2-foot crab walks without our skates, and then we do supported pivots. Imagine I got a wall gate chair, you hold on to something, hold on to a person, and then you practice a single pivot, and then you try to do them by yourself, and then you replicate that entire process, but with your skates. So now you got some wheels, so it's a little bit harder, and then you do that exact same process with your skates. It might take some time depending on your level, depending on your experience. You know yourself, don't rush it. This isn't something to rush because fall could hurt, even though I taught you guys how to fall. But don't rush anything. This is kind of like a more in-depth, the common mistakes people might have, reasons why you can't pivot the way you want to, how to get even more like freedom. First and foremost, I want to go over our form. When you're pivoting, if I'm pivoting right now, the first thing I want to do is turn my upper body in a direction that I'm going to pivot. So before I even do a pivot, I'm going to turn my shoulders and I'm going to look in the direction that I'm going to pivot. That's key number one, that your upper body, you want the movement to be as simple as possible. So to make it super simple, you want to do half the work before you even pivot. Before you even pivot, you want to be already looking in that direction. And then all you got to do is the bottom half work. As far as the bottom half, when you turn, what you're going to do now, you're going to go from, if you're going from forwards to backwards, you're going to go on your toe and flick your heel in the opposite direction. Or think of it as you turning your knee in the opposite direction. Complete 180. You can't do a 90 degree, because if you do a pivot and you only do 90 degrees, your momentum is still going this way, but your skates are in that stopping position. So you will fly in that direction because that's just how gravity works. A common mistake I see and that I still do sometimes if I'm like freestyling and I don't completely do my pivot is you'll do a pivot and you'll go like 90 degrees or 70 degrees or 110 degrees and you'll go right here, and that momentum, you put yourself in a braking position. We know that if we want to stop, we're going to do our T-stop. You put yourself in that T-stop position and then you stopped. Since you stopped and you still got that momentum, you're going to fly forward and now you're on the ground. I don't want that to happen to y'all. If I keep looking this way, it's because, like I said, I don't supposed to be skating here. I'm looking for the security to kick me out. And if they try to kick me out today, I'm gonna just pay them. I'm here in Africa. It's really easy to get away with a lot of BS if you're willing to pay. So if they come over here, I'm gonna just give them a couple dollars and they'll leave me alone. You wanna do a full pivot. You wanna go all the way. Every time. You want your pivots to always be clean. Always go the entire way. We went over upper body posture. Now let's finish the lower body. Like I said, when you go, you're gonna go on your toe. I'm gonna do it. You're gonna go on your toe, and then you're gonna turn your knee in the opposite direction, and then place it down, and then rebalance yourself. Like I always say, imagine there's a pole from your head to your skate. You wanna keep your head over that skate at all times, definitely when you're doing your pivots. You see, I kept my head over my skate. I'm not over here, or I'm not over here. If I'm over here, I'm gonna fall this way. If I'm over here, I'm gonna fall this way. All right, next, something a lot of people don't talk about is that airborne foot. That airborne foot is crucial, and nobody talk about it, and I wish more people talked about it. When I do my pivots, I kind of use it for momentum to go up a little bit when I'm doing my pivots. If I was to do some continuous pivots, I'm using my other foot as momentum for me to to make the rotation easier. So I'm using that left foot. I'm taking my knee like this, and I'm just doing this. It don't seem like a lot, but that momentum, like your leg is like, I don't know, probably like 50 pounds or something. So your leg is like 40, 50 pounds. And if that's going up, that's gonna add some rotation, some momentum, and make it easier for you to do that pivot, and because it's a lot happening at once. When we do our pivot, like our upper body, our lower body, our hips, our feet, everything is happening all at once, and you want it to happen, you want it to snap and happen, make it happen clean and controlled. Definitely use that opposite leg. Also, with the airborne leg, what you want to do is to also rotate it. You see, I turn this way and I turn my airborne leg in the way that I'm turning. So all I got to do is flick that foot. Ooh, that was a bad example. I'm turning my upper body and my lower body and that airborne foot, and all I got to do is flick that foot, and everything else was already in its place. If you're paying attention, when I look this way, my leg is back here, my head is right here, my shoulders are already turned. All I gotta do is turn about face and we done. I feel like those were all the main components. I can't think of no more mistakes besides like trying to learn too quickly. Definitely take your time in doing it, but I feel like understanding the technique is the most crucial part. A lot of people don't really learn the foundation of how to do a pivot. They kind of see it and try to imitate it without understanding what they're doing or why they're doing it. A lot of people try to do pivots like this by like jumping, and that's the quickest way to twist your ankle or to end up in the hospital or something. Because imagine, like I said, a lot of people do like a half a pivot. Imagine you jump in the air and do a half a pivot and you land in that T-stop position. Your elbows, your shoulders, you could hit the back of your head, it could go all wrong. Technique is definitely out of everything. And I'm a JB skater, and technique number one for us, but for pivots, there's such a huge risk and reward. If you learn how to do pivots, it's a super reward, but if you mess up that pivot, you're guaranteed to fall on the ground. Understanding this technique is crucial, and definitely don't skip any parts of the learning process, regardless of how long it takes you. If you're not figuring it out as fast as you want to, it's because you're not figuring out a part of that technique. Like I said, everything matters when you're doing a pivot. Your head, your torso, your shoulders, your arms matter, your knees, your hips, obviously your feet, all of that stuff matters. You gotta go through that entire checklist when you feel like you're doing something wrong. Instead of doing the same thing over and over again and keep messing up without taking a conscious effort to self-evaluate and to see what's going on, film yourself or take mental notes every time you do your pivot. See where you stopped. See, are you leaning to the right? Are you leaning to the left? Is your foot up? Are you like falling over? You can slowly critique these things because everything about, not even just roller skating, but let's just say with roller skating, everything with roller skating is a bunch of small things that's put together and create something awesome like a pivot. Let's go over it again. We got our head, we got our shoulders, and then we turn this way, our leg is already back here. So now all we have to do is flick that foot about face, using that foot as momentum, the one in the back, up, boom, and then hold it. So you wanna hold this, because I want you guys to be extremely comfortable with that position after you do the pivot. After you do the pivot, you're gonna hold and sit in it so you're used to this before you go to the next one. And I don't know if I said this, when you're going from backwards to forwards, you're gonna use your heel. You're gonna go on your heel and flick your toe forwards to go back forwards. Don't go back on your toe. I never tried that. I don't want to. I feel like I'm gonna fall. When you're going backwards to forwards, you're gonna do the same thing. Turn, heel to the front, just like that. All right, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'll make a video about it.